So I want to talk about narcissism, and I think this is really important to talk with especially young people because there's so much within youth culture, specifically the media, that could lead us to become narcissistic or to focus in on ourselves. Uh, I'm talking about movies, television shows, advertisements, commercials, radio, these kinds of things. That the message is often it's all about you. So you have to look a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way. So buy our product and you will find fulfillment. Well, this is a message that's all about you being a certain way so that you can find acceptance. And if you look this way and somebody else doesn't, well, that person shouldn't be accepted. This is narcissism. And the way that I want to go about talking about narcissism is basically just to go to the Greek myth, Narcissus. Narcissus is this guy who is in this relationship with these nymphs who are basically fairies. And the fairies find Narcissus extremely attractive. And so they're always going after him. And one nymph in particular is named Echo. Echo finds Narcissus very attractive, and she's always going after Narcissus. Well, Narcissus is running away from Echo. For some reason, he doesn't want to be involved with the tree fairies. And he runs away, and he finds this body of water. And there he sees his reflection staring back at him, and he gets consumed with it. And he just stares at himself. So what's happening here is Narcissus is receiving this identity from the tree fairies, from the nymphs, saying that he is something incredibly important. He's something incredibly special because of the way that he looks. He's attractive. And he gets consumed with this message. And when he sees himself, the message consumes him, and he gets consumed with his own image, his own importance, and he can't get away from it. So he gets locked in on his own image. And the myth says that he wastes away and he dies. And that's the myth of Narcissus. Well, where do we see this happening within our culture? Well, we kind of already explored it. You get this message that it's all about you, and so we receive our identity from others. And much of our identity is received from the media. In order to be loved, in order to be accepted, you have to look a certain way. You have to stay attractive, like Narcissus, right? And you have to buy our product. Or you have to be part of the in-group, which means buy these clothes. And then you will be loved and accepted. And it's all about you. Well, I think that one of the things that's in our culture, that's in youth culture, that could lead us to be narcissistic or could lead us into a more profound sense of community is social networks. Things like Twitter and Facebook. Twitter, the message is follow me, which is important. It's important to understand because it could lead us to be narcissistic. It's all about me, right? But Twitter could also be a way of finding a sense of community, a way of being in conversation with people that you may never see, you may never meet outside of the virtual world. But in social networking, we can have these great conversations and form communities, a deeper sense of community. You see this on Facebook, where in Facebook, one could get narcissistic and only go on Facebook in order to see one's notifications or in order to find the perfect profile picture. And here we can become just like Narcissus and drown ourselves in our own image, in our own photograph, right? And we're always constantly looking for the next profile picture. Well, this can easily happen on Facebook. But what Facebook can also do is lead us into a stronger sense of community, where it's not just about me, it's about the larger community and the larger conversations that we can have on Facebook. I think this is important so that we can get the distinction and the positive and the negative ways that we can use social media. Now, the way that I want to relate this to the Bible is in Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22, where Jesus is inviting people to be in this new community. This is at the beginning of Jesus' ministry, and he's walking around the Sea of Galilee, and he sees these dudes who are fishing. And he goes out to them, and he says, "Hey guys, if you follow me, I will make you fishers of people." We're going to go out and fish for people and invite them into this new community that's not based on narcissism or on ourselves, but based on something that transcends us, which is living in a community of love. And this is Jesus' whole idea. It's his whole invitation. And the people, when they hear this, they drop their nets and they just go follow him. Because he's leading them into a higher way of life, into something that transcends themselves. And they go and they follow. So Twitter gives this message, follow me. We don't really know where. It could lead to a deep sense of community, or it could lead to us drowning in ourselves. And Jesus says, follow me, and I will lead you into this deeper sense of community, into love. So those are our choices. We're going to follow someone. Now it's up to us to make the choice of who we're going to follow. So I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thanks.